Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Hope you're doing well. Hope your Monday is getting off to a great start. I also hope that you had a fantastic weekend. I had a great weekend, spent some time with family and friends, which is always nice to do. Caught a movie as well and saw that new Alien Romulus movie. It was actually quite good. I also wanted to start off by apologizing for my Friday video, which seemed to have fairly poor audio quality. A few people reached out to me on that, so I believe that should be rectified now. I want to give a shout out to Pepe Coco, who reached out to me and gave me a bit of guidance there. So thank you for that, my friend. Let's roll into the week. Let's go and have a look at the calendar. All right, so Monday, Tuesday, no news. Wednesday, we've got FOMC meeting minutes at 2 p.m. Thursday, 8:30 unemployment claims, and then flash manufacturing at 9:45. And Friday, 10 a.m., we have Fed Chair Powell speaking. So to start the week, Monday, Tuesday, we just remain patient, look for those A+ setups. We don't want to be risking anything when it comes to not having that volatility injection. So we're just looking to trade after open, so that being 9 a.m. for commodities, 9:30 a.m. for indices. Also looking at Wednesday, we have the FOMC meeting minutes, which in my opinion is not anything I need to worry about for New York AM trading session. So it'd be business as usual, just trading after open. And Thursday, I would be waiting till after 9:45 a.m. news to look for any trades, followed by Friday at 10 a.m. I would be looking to execute after that. Jackson Hole Symposium. Honestly, I have no idea what that is, so I'd have to look it up. I have not seen that before. So I would just look to trade after 10 on Friday. Okay, but focusing back on Monday, I'm just going to jump into the charts now. Let's go and have a look. So I've also rejigged my trade plan. So I'm now looking at 4 assets on a daily basis, and that is NQES, CL, and Euro futures. So 6E. I wanted to have a good spread, but I also wanted to only focus on the 5-minute chart. So with that in mind, I believe that having 4 assets to look at gives me that opportunity to look for a trade entry on any given day. So we'll start having a look at Euro futures as well. Let's start there actually. Let's see what we've got. So here we are on the daily. On the daily, we did just sweep external liquidity here, literally by a tick. Very little sweep, but there is a sweep there. So when we're located at external, I'm looking to come internal. We do have the remainder of this gap to fill, and it's a potential target. So I'd be looking today for price to be bearish on the daily. If we'll drop down to the hourly. So there is our sweep. It's literally only just swept this Wednesday high. So looking for potential change in the state of delivery, I'd be looking for something around this level here. If we were to get that change in the state of delivery, we can see that price has been moving in this upward trajectory over the last couple of days. So I would like to see price move below this small swing point with displacement. If we were to get that play out, we can see that we have this low aligned with the -2, which would act as a nice draw. We also have this low resistance liquidity running through here, and essentially we've created high resistance liquidity here. So I like the idea of potentially moving lower, but we'll see how price reacts through this level if it has a willingness to move lower. As I say, it was only just a sweep, but it did sweep that external. So then we would look to move internal. All right, let's go to NQ. So NQ, it's been unable so far to reach this external level that I was hoping for price to reach to. That hasn't happened yet. It's close enough that we could just about say bias is complete. So therefore, I am going to look to be bearish today and see if we can get a move into this bullish FVG for a continuation higher. So bearish on the daily. If we drop to the hourly, we'll see that whilst I would have liked to have seen price take that high that I pointed out, we did sweep Friday's high. So that's an important level. So when we're looking for change in the state of delivery, we want to look for a sweep of an important level, which we do have here. And then we have a high, a low, a high, a high. This would be our change in the state of delivery with displacement. This also gives us a bearish breaker. And because we have 3 consecutive down close candles, we choose all 3, or we select all 3. We have our FVG aligned, and we're yet to displace through. So that'll be interesting to see if price can actually close below. If we can get that close below, and a retest of the breaker for continuation lower. And we have all these gaps we can trade into for some liquidity. And we get the -1 aligned with this low, -2 to -2.5 aligned with this gap here. So there's a good opportunity here for price, a good draw to reach lower here. And obviously we've got low resistance liquidity running through here too at the max extension there. So keeping an eye on price to see if we have this close through the breaker. Let's jump over to ES. Again, a similar story here on ES. We were unable to reach this high. We do have bullish FEG below price here. We can call this close enough to objective reached. Therefore, I would look for price to move lower today, potentially into this bullish FEG for then a potential push higher. Then we will take this high and hopefully this high. Okay, especially we've had so much expansion. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days of expansion. It would make sense to see a retracement. So bearish on the daily for ES. Obviously, we're still seeing this trend that's moving up here. You can see that ES was quite convincing when it swept Friday's high, whereas NQ, it swept it but wasn't as strong a sweep. This would be a bearish breaker, and we do have an FEG aligned. High resistance liquidity, and a bearish change in the state of delivery that is being respected at the moment. We still have been unable to get a close below the breaker, so I'd really like to see that. And then we have some targets. If we run our standard deviation, we've got a nice target in here. This bullish FEG for some liquidity at this -2 to -2.5, and low resistance liquidity aligned with the max extension. All right, oil. So what do we got on oil? We know we swept liquidity here. And we also moved out of this bearish FEG, so we obviously wanted to look for price to move lower, which it did. Price has moved lower. Price was supported or remained supported at this FEG here, this bullish FEG, and there is actually a tiny, if I zoom in a little bit, there is a tiny little FEG here that seems to have helped support price there as well. However, it does look like that may be coming to an end today. So I'm going to actually call a bearish bias on CL. We drop down to the hourly. Quite a bit of consolidation here. Not very clear, is it? It's not. It's a bit yucky, that. We did get a change in the state of delivery through here. And I'm pretty sure our max extension was reached. We can see that price reacted perfectly at that level. We also had these lows here that were swept. So now I'll be just looking to see if price can continue this move lower. It's respecting bearish PD arrays at the moment. And there's nothing significant here in the way of a bullish price action. So I'm going to remain bearish. We still have low resistance liquidity down here. And this is equal highs up here, so we don't really have that high resistance liquidity I would have liked to have seen. But as we move down, we do create that. So price has been building liquidity. Equal highs, equal highs. It's only a matter of time before price wants to come back for those. So remaining bearish for the time being on oil. Let's move over to DXY. So we finally got price to reach this low, which we'd been looking at most of last week. We've also now swept an old low down here too, so we have a yet to be confirmed FEG here, but I would look to see price start to move back higher now on account of the sweep of these lows. So bullish for DXY. Been looking for something like this. If we can get this sort of move, we can get a bullish breaker and a change in the state of delivery. We obviously have a lot of low resistance liquidity through this region here. If we do just get a continual move higher, then this would be our change in the state of delivery through here. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to sit neutral on the hourly time frame, our narrative on DXY for the time being, just until we see how price reacts down here, and see if we can get it to align with our daily bias. Let's drop over to gold. Okay, so gold, we've swept this high. I believe we're also at all-time highs. It was quite a big move on Friday. So I'd be looking for price to reach back into this gap, either close it or partially close it today. So bearish on gold. We've got low resistance liquidity. High resistance liquidity has been put in here. If we get a sweep of this high and we move lower, then I'd be looking for this level here to be a change in the state of delivery. If that doesn't happen, then I'd look for this level to be our change in the state of delivery if price is to continue to move lower here. Okay, let's go and have a look at our FX currencies. Euro might be or should be similar to futures. So the same idea as the futures contract. Sweep the high, looking for price to be bearish and move into this gap here. GBP. So we're currently located in a bearish FEG. Therefore, I would be looking for price to move lower. And we have this bullish FEG yet to be confirmed, but there is liquidity resting here that we could see, potentially see price fill or partially fill. So that's what I'll be looking for today on GBP. And on the hourly, we've got no change in structure here. This is just bullish structure right through. So until we see a change in structure, remain bullish on the hourly. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate all your support. Leave your comments below. Please like and sub. Share the channel around. We are growing. I think we're at 250 subs now, which is amazing. I want to keep building. I want to keep helping the trading community where I can. Please, if you're looking to expedite any evals for max discount, use code Jimmy for Apex and for My Funded Futures. Links are in the description below as well. And also don't forget, if you're struggling with psychology and you need some help in your trading journey, drop down into the description and grab a copy of my book. It was a joy to write, and hopefully it brings some help to anyone struggling with psychology. All right, guys, take care. Have a good trading session today, and we'll see you tomorrow.